The country's laws are discriminatory and they want change. But standing in their way are the predominantly male legislators.
The National Assembly voted against bills and laws that will represent Nigerian women. Some of those include denying citizenship to a Nigerian woman's foreign husband and denying a Nigerian woman indigenship in her husband's state, and lots more. Today they are gathered here to say this is enough and it's time for all of this to change.
And this time, what is it about? WOP, women of power. It's more noise and less action. Well, this is not the same girl that I was speaking about in the last class. What has changed? Nothing. Nothing. Man, I've had enough of it already. I'm tired. Whatever, man. I'm not even impressed. Really. Another round. What's up, my G? Yeah, I'm tired. Like, what do they want exactly? These female folks. What do they want? Is it attention? One loud rally after another. One loud demand after another. See, you know that now I'm beginning to think maybe they woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Yes. That should be it. Because man, I don't know. They are always trying to make a big noise out of everything. Attention wars.
Oh Lord. You guys are so dry. Come on! Stop complaining. You know these women are important. We need them. They have been excluded for too long. I understand they can be noisy sometimes. But we should be happy they make so much noise. Because whether we like it or not, the noisy ones got us here. So we should appreciate them. You know, support them. Don't make fun of them. I guess you forget your words on the outside. And you know how that feels. Come on, guys. The point is, the black woman struggles for all of us.
Then don't join them! Why preach to us that you care?
Join them.
These women are always whining. Blue, black, yellow, or even green.
Yes.
They're all the same. Woman. More like words from men. See, of course. You always have something to say. But it is the same old and boring stories. See, listen, I know we have to listen to them. I know we have to hear sometimes. But it's always why this, why that, women are this, women are that. Man, I've had enough of this thing already. I don't even know if I can care anymore. Care? Hell no! These women are not confused. They are very, very confused. Do not let them suck you in the ear. This is just a power game, bro. See, you don't need to know them now. Or even ever.
Gentlemen, we are the manners. We are supposed to support our sisters. Don't make fun of them. You guys need to shut up with your insensitivity and your ignorance.
What? Guy, where are you coming from? Is one of those loud chicks out there your girlfriend or something? And gentlemen, you, Osiro, one of us,
Yeah. See, I'm not even about to start to marry. I don't know about you guys, but as for me, I'm a gentleman. And as a gentleman, I can see that this lady is their support. So, preach. I am going to join them and show them that I care. You guys can do whatever you like. But think about it. They are right. They call us to action. Someday, we are going to be fathers and probably have daughters. Is this how you want your daughters to be treated? The way you guys are acting right now?
Father, guy, we ain't even trying to get married to those loud mouths out there.
Very bad. Not today, perhaps, but definitely someday. And when that day comes, we cannot be caught off guard. We have to be about that life right now. I believe that respect is given as much as it's earned. But at this ladies, they are brave and they have earned my respect. You guys are, I really believe you guys need to go back to your roots. Learn about your culture. You might find this very stupid, but I have been reading more about the new language. And the word "na" means father. It also translates to the active state of being. Father means action. The Igbos believe that fathers are what sets the universe in motion.
Whatever, bro.
You guys don't get it, do you? Like, you don't really understand. We are supposed to be leading. But these women, they are not waiting for us. Come on, guys. We are men. We are supposed to be on our game. For our families and our communities.
And those loud mouths out there, what about them?
Bro, what about them? You still don't get it. All you see is right now. Look at the picture. Someday, these women, they will be the mothers of our children. Then what? No. Ask yourself. Then what? The Igbos call mother "ne."
Yes.
Which traces back to the word "ne," which means to look. Mothers are our vision, beautiful, our insights, our intuition. We cannot keep ignoring them, or we miss out on the best part of ourselves. Whatever, we are just people. Seriously. God, it's time for us to stop acting like they are not important. Look now, they are out here trying to make a difference by themselves, but not just for themselves, for all of us, for now and in the future. You see, vision. They are our vision. They have vision. And we need to take them seriously more than ever because they reflect us. If we are messy, so are they. If we are on our game, so are they. True. We are action. They are vision. But we are both out of shape. Vision and action. We both like each other because we are out of sync. We have to focus on ourselves first. Come on.
Bro, we are not of any shape because you have lost it. We are just having fun. Like these girls are just crazy. They are crazy, bro. Crazy. You are all over the place. You are everywhere. And I can't take it anymore. First, you said you now said vision. Then action. He's just preaching and preaching, and we ain't even in church.
Alright, it's okay, relax. Let me ask you a question. Is it true that our women, or rather our loud mouths, are speaking all the time? Yeah? Right? Our women, right?
Yes.
Good. Women around the world are being heard. Daughters, wives, and mothers, younger and older, African, European, Asian, Latin, rich, poor, Christian, Buddhist, all these women are being hurt because they are talking about real issues. Poverty, war, healthcare, pollution, jobs, and even more. You still think they are speaking all the time, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Louder! Louder! Hold on. But they're not speaking about themselves. I hear you, bro. They are speaking about children. And even us. Men. They are addressing real issues in our communities and with governments. Women around the world are being heard. They are speaking in unified voice from a place that is almost instinctive. It's like they know the world is a mess. And it is more like unconditional love and undying courage colliding in our women right now. Our women are speaking out more than ever.
Both our women, all these women, they should be talking louder.
Of course, louder! Louder! You get, brothers, it is time for us to hear them. Hear them. Because they are speaking from empathy. Yes. It's like they know the world's in trouble. But they are our hope for tomorrow. They are the vision that we do not have. They are speaking out to show love, to show that they care. They are reminding us that there is more to life than power and show of strength. They are fighting to give birth, to sustain life, for a better tomorrow, for our children.
Osiro. You are just talking and talking. You are just talking now. My question to you now. What do we care in all of this? Like, why should I care? They are still just noisy women. Noisy women. Like, what are you saying? Women rights are human rights. Here that rob the cradle, raise the world. The woman's job is not to be begging for the body. Guy, whatever, I don't care. I don't care, bro. Oh, God.
Actually, right?
Oh, my God.
Your examples are actually what I'm talking about. Right? Now, these women are finding their voices. But ask yourselves, why should they? We have not been there for them. So they are taking matters into their own hands. They are not waiting for you, or you, or even me, to recognize them. They are recognizing themselves, and they are taking up space. They are not the problem. We are the problem. So it's time for us to listen, to really listen to what they are telling us. Imagine all the leaders that came before now. We see them as heroes now. But the reality is, in their time, they too, they were seen as losers and whiners. Men, the time for apartness is over. We, apart from them, us, apart from ourselves. These women remind us of the concept of wholeness the Igbo use, called Zuroke. They are fighting and tapping into their masculine to root out injustice and not let it stand. We too, we have to tap into our feminine and link them together in wholeness. We were born by a woman, and we have to return to her in order for us to be whole. Fear is dead in wholeness. I know this because I'm standing here saying these words to all of you.
Thank you.
And our mothers, they have faced fear too. Imagine what it takes to carry us from pregnancy to adulthood. Come on. It's time for us to know that we can conquer apartness and root out fear. We should be integrated, male and female alike. Yes. Our Igbo ancestors won higher education. Mahadu. Our Igbo ancestors call higher education Mahadu, which means to know them all. Knowing them all facets of what the Igbos in Mother Africa call Madu, the beauty of life. All facets as one together. We need that. We need to know them all in order for us to understand every life experiences and every knowledge. Come on. Brothers and sisters, we have conquered apartness. Let the goddess in us meet with the God forevermore. May we know through okay as we learn in Mahadu. Amen.
In the last class, we talked about the politics in medicine and healthcare. Traditionally, Africans have been an afterthought to American and European medicine. Who remembers the thesis for that argument?
You know, I remember, but looking at the current health outcomes, I really can't see that as true.
Why not? What do you base your conclusions on?
Well, from your lectures and seminars, plus I did some readings. Black people seem, especially in America, to have longer lives and a higher quality of life than ever before.
That's true. But data tells just one part of the story.
I mean, I see how black people believe in past medicine, but I don't think we should be so quick to blast the American and Europe. They are helping us to write the same aid, medical equipment, and workers. I don't think we are doing that badly now. Things are getting better and we've come a long way.
You are right. A lot of good has happened in the last 100 years to African Americans and Africans on the continent. But there is something missing from your analysis, even though it's a very good start.
What could impress me more than our data though?
Data tells one side of a very lopsided picture. I want us to talk about the subconscious bias that pushes Africans across the diaspora towards the back of the bus in regards to medicine and how it is delivered. You would find under the surface that the vastness of the black community is subtly dispersed and overwhelmingly undeserved.
So it's on us to decipher the data. What do you think we have to look at on what?
You have to. You see, what we're doing in our class is decipher the data and look at the influence of culture and the vestige of racism and how it affects how research is being performed. And how Africans across the diaspora ends up at the bottom list of every health outcome. It isn't genetics.
So when you asked us to look up for parental life, it wasn't just anecdote.
It's not. It's a very important story. Her cell is unique in the sense that it is basically immortal. Her line is called Hela, which further separates the African-American human being from the research opportunity it presents. If you would recall, she didn't give permission for her cells to be used.
Yes, I heard that.
Go on, Joe.
I guess when I read between the lines, humanity seems to be optional. Like our life aren't the direct focus of this research, or generally any positive thing of interest.
Correct.
Jojo.
You're now seeing that American and European researchers tend to see Africans as raw materials for their research, more like test beans than anything. That was why we were once referred to as the white man's body.
We are not burdened, dog. But they are so free to use our bodies and cells for their research. But look at the results.
Yes, the irony of results. Let's hold on to the story of Miss Slacks and look at Dr. Emilie Adedabo.
Oh, I read about her. She's an amazing woman.
That's right.
I heard she held the line on Ebola in Nigeria, when no one was seriously considering it. That she even had to fight with her superiors because the man was from a foreign nation.
Very right.
Wow.
Is it true she died from Ebola herself?
It's absolutely true.
Wow.
She stopped that man, Mr. Patrick Sawyer of Liberia, at a hospital in Lagos. She prevented him from going to the international conference in Calabar, Nigeria, where he would have infected over hundreds of people and eventually could have led to a pandemic. Despite the lack of resources, she built a wooden barricade around his door and prevented him from going out. She argued down the Liberian ambassador. With this, she got the wherewithal to get the correct protective gear and alerted the Nigerian Health Ministry to stand up and effect emergency operation centers. With this, Nigeria was Ebola-free in just 3 months, directly because of her.
Wow. Now I understand what you mean by afterthought.
Yeah.
All of this already. But it isn't in the statistics. Why not?
Statistics are used to analyze aggregate data and get a good sense of information from a particular population. They do not tell the tales of women like Miss Slacks and Dr. Adedabo.
What an act and Miss Lax. What a discovery. These women are immortal in their own rights.
Dr. Kelechi, why don't we know more about these women? They were amazing humans. I mean, they were someone's mother, daughter, sister, and aunties.
They were the epitome of what it means to be human. Women like this. Someone like Miss Lax, who had her cells taken out without her permission, deserves to be remembered and honored as part of the story on how medicine advances.
Dr. Adedabo and Miss Lax still declares Black people's greatness and best life. We are not a burden. Far from it, we are a part of the medical care story. These women and their story gives us hope.
Indeed, they do.
It's like the rally we had from earlier.
What are you talking about?
Each of these women is the goddess in our earth. Our bodies walking the earth. And each person took root in Africa. These women changed the world and need to be respected. And their story shared with everyone who can hear. The more we understand that these women helped us, the more we can take their spirit as our own. We are not supposed to be sick. We are supposed to, take them as an example. Like Ms. Laxels, it shows us how resilient African bodies truly are, though.
Osiro, you are speaking deeply now.
Thank you.
Our class is more than numbers, more than stories even. This is how we center our African experience in a world that sees us as an afterthought. The American and European researchers have played with our body and our spirit. And they still haven't seen our humanity. That is why, even though we have a longer lifespan, and by many measures healthier, the medical ideals, policies, and practices still places Africans anywhere they are at the bottom list of the medical totem pole.
I wish I didn't understand.
Dr. Kelechi, what can we do since medicine is dominated by white men?
We need to stand up and own our stories. That was what Osiro was talking about earlier. Apparently, you had quite a momentous rally. And I'm sorry I missed it.
Oh, we absolutely did. We talked about how women have been separated from humanity and how now more than ever we need to bring women back. The feminine spirit has been separated from us and we need to, act like it never left us in the first place. That's what I'm trying to say.
Our bodies have been legislated without our consent. Our bodies have been invaded, even preyed upon. We have been forced to bear children we don't want, or not have children when we do. All over the earth, women have been told how to manage their bodies. Yes. And the feminine spirit is that each and every one of us is strangled by violence, war, technology, what people call progress.
That's right,
We
Paris.
have had ourselves taken from her without her permission. Not even our family knew until just few years ago just how far and wide her cells were used across the globe. All without her permission.
And Dr. Adedabo had to die in order for people to hear her and value healthcare. She was right there, preventing a terrible disease from affecting thousands, perhaps millions. And she still had to fight for quarantine, protective gears, all just weird. Because she was a woman.
That's right.
And this was just a few years ago.
This is the spirit we need when we study medicine. To know that in every decision we make, there is a human in front and behind it. And these women are the forces we must embrace to remind us.
Yeah. If these women are like the earth itself, they don't want that we pollute it. We don't see how treating women and the earth like tools, like things is bad for all humanity. It's so frustrating.
That is why we have to stand up and tell our stories.
So here I am, trying to decipher the statistics, but these are the stories I need to know. And worse, I would have argued that things were okay by the numbers.
That is why we have this class now, you see.
I'm trying not to get too upset, but it's hard.
You should be. If the situation we are describing is unjust.
It is. Jesus Christ, we keep seeing the same injustice and aggression. But the devil was a hero. And she had to fight every step of the way, even when she was right.
Medical science is still a human endeavor. And it still has much bias from its past.
Look at Miss Lass. Her self-story. And still being used without her family's full permission. Is it true that they sued for compensation and recognition?
It is. In October, Miss Lack's family sued the company, Thermo Fisher Scientifics, because they began selling her cells for profits. Wow. Back in 2013, after over 60 years of use, they finally gave their permission for her cells to be used, but for non-profit purposes.
It shouldn't be that way.
That is why we need to stand up and own our stories, or else it will persist.
Did the Lack's family suffer enough? Haven't black people across the world suffered enough?
Yes, they have.
We are always treated like an afterthought. They took her cells when she was weak and had cancer. They treated her as if she was not even truly human. The hell?
That is what's so fascinating and tragic about this. Black American people are treated perniciously. Yet, we see how vibrant they keep America.
Not just America though. Our ancestors has been subjected to inhuman medical experimentations. Like, we are not human enough to be treated like human beings, but then our bodies and our genes are human enough for medical advancements. Make it make sense.
I can't. But our job is to stop on half of that dastardly equation. Black women were used for gynecological experimentation without anesthesia. The man who conducted this experiment is known as the father of gynecology. Women who are the very foundation of humanity, and as important as the earth itself, were treated worse than a guinea pig and forgotten. While the man who tortured them was praised. That is why you cannot believe simple statistics when it comes to medicine.
Miss Lax went to the hospital for abdominal pain.
She received care. As much as they will have treated black people in Virginia back then, they have vested a living part of her.
Then she died quietly. And only during the autopsy did they find out it was cervical cancer, which spread through her. And she left the hospital once she was admitted. And worse, she didn't even have a headstone.
Goodness! Is this what was missing from those numbers? I have been a fool.
Not your fault, Fifi. It's not your fault at all. She should have been buried with the full ceremony of the heroes in humanity and the greatest heroes. She should have heard the Iroko drums. And as they announced the passing of a great woman.
And very important, we're treated worse than guinea pigs and forgotten. And you cannot believe simple medical statistics.
And Miss Slacks went to the hospital for abdominal pain.
She received care. As much as we have the people in Virginia about them, they are basically a living part of her.
Then she died quietly. And it was only during autopsy they found out it was cervical cancer that spread through her body.
Hey!
Goodness! Is this what was missing from those numbers? I have been in.
Not your fault. She should have been buried with the full ceremony of one of humanity's greatest heroes. She should have heard the Iroko drums as they announced the passing of a great icon of Africa.
The heavens and the earth welcome a great soul into their care.
The taboo was broken.
Yes.
The gold drums were muted. Osiro, don't the Igbos remind us that a great soul must be passed from one to another?
Ashe.
And to think that she passed unnoticed, nations should stand still at her passing.
Her noble spirit, new times and seasons change. The world knows her name now. Just like how Google helped tell the world about Dr. Mayo.
Yes.
These women and so many others like them should be lifted up as the element of the earth itself. The truth, like the sun, yes, it may be obscure, but it never stays here.
Never.
Sounds like me that you have another rally to plan, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Don't worry, Doc. The day has come when we celebrate the return of the goddess. The spirit that is infused in this women, the spirit that is neglected, also have its day under the bright sun and blue skies.
Sounds like it's time to take this outside.
the return of the goddess. The energy of our procession is now yours. So join us by standing and shouting with us as we celebrate our identities and our very lives.
Return, O goddess. May you bless our souls.
Bless our souls.
We celebrate African womanhood.
African womanhood.
Let us celebrate our lives and our identity.
Our lives and our identities.
Come, everyone, rise with us for the immortal Henrietta Lord.
Henrietta Lord.
For our protector, Dr. Emille Adedapo.
Dr. Emille Adedapo.
Listen to our sound of victory. The beats of the drum charges our dance. Let the goddess return in our story of the hunter and the invisible antelope. To the bushland, the hunter goes, where the invisible antelope strolls. Oh, antelope, how gracious and beautiful to behold. The wealth and misery of the bushland, how bold. Oh, hunter, no beauty are you but strong and able. You hunt to eat, to bring food to your family and your child's cradle. Would you rather till the earth or hunt this beautiful animal with your rod and steel? The hunter is hungry. No patience for the rain and season. No time for planting and harvest. The present problem is only reason. Feed myself, help my clan. Take this beast and eat, the only plan. Donations are built on seeds and harvests, rain and dew. The hunter cannot wait to eat, not one day, certainly not two. Though the clan had wanted to plant and till the earth, the hunter wanted meat. His hunger came first. The clan reminded the hunter that their strength would not wane. He wanted to hunt all the same. Time gives abundance, but a clan must plan. It must allow the earth to grow through its steps for abundance to stand. For the harvest is goodwill from the earth to man. The hunter will not wait. He saw the antelope as his meal today. Yes, his child cries for food. But the clan knows how to soothe her tears, how to quiet her pain. But he will not listen to their wise words. So he stole into the bush to find the herd. In the still of the night, the hunter goes out, spoiling for a fight. The hunter finds his space. He squats quietly in his space. He sees the antelope looking about. Squaring up, he is ready to pounce. He takes his aim, brings his barrel low, sees his squirrel grazing, his finger ready to go. The barrel reports, a shot is fired. The bullet finds its target. The antelope is near. Just before the flash of the muzzle and the blinding pain, The antelope looks in his direction, grazing unafraid. The hunter squeezes the trigger, his aim true, but the antelope does not fall, its heart still pure. The hunter runs home to tell his story, how the antelope stood tall, alive in its glory. Then the hunter ran off in amazement to tell his story.
I took my shots. My aim was true. But it did not die. It did not fret. My gun is clean. My bullet strong. But the antelope did not die. What kind of creature is this?
She never dies. But see her side. She bleeds and cries. Yet look at the fire in her eyes.
Oh, there she. 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 Oh, there she.
Now,
Oh, there she.
I'm on a bike, on a tarry. The animal that was fired upon continues to graze. She is not your food. She can never be eaten. She is invisible. She will never be beaten.
Do you realize that the last slave ship to America was called the antelope?
The antelope.
What a name given to a ship that conspired in a tragedy. But the people she carried was more than a travesty. There were people strong and fighting for their freedom. There were people that were ready to give it all just to stand and be heard. We celebrate them now as a beacon on the hill.
Yes, she
Oh,
does.
yes,
Love breed. You really cannot be cool. Wow. What an amazing ceremony you all had.
Every animal that was fired upon continues to breathe.
We are the beauty of the earth. We cannot be eaten. We are beauty, wealth, and happiness.
Yes.
We take care of the earth.
Yes.
We spread the message of love.
Yes.
We are Harriet Lance. We are Dr. Emilie Adedabo.
Say their names. Say it loud. For their stories have been buried in the numbers and statistics of decades past. But we know who they are. And we must never forget.
Now, I understand how history can speak to us differently.
That's right.
We must get past the numbers and know the stories that face us every day.
We have to sift through wrong attitudes and fake news.
The data is not enough. No more relying on others to tell our stories. I can see so clearly how so many The data is not enough. I can see clearly now how so many hide behind numbers and lies to gloat over us as scavengers.
The goddess rises still. We know our history. We know our stories.
We do.
Yes, the ostrich may bury its head in the sand, but we see its body above the ground. The truth, like the sun, may be obscured, but it never stays.
Never. Nothing is hidden under
Despite
the sun.
our tragedy, our history is not tainted. We are strong. We survive. If only the world knew our story.
If only we know our story. What is the world without Africa? What is the world without us?
Harriet Lance has saved countless lives. A black woman's cells were the main ingredient for major breakthroughs in medicine. Yet, that black woman's life cannot even help the people from which she came. Africa gets the leftovers of the best and brightest benefits of medical research and technology.
Listen. The world has framed Africa and so many other places as this so-called third world, low-income, disease-infested nations.
Okay.
But yet, it's our genes that save the world and our raw materials that power their tech. The double standards and ambiguities are just too much.
You are right, Uche. They are too much. Recently, the public health firm organized by the World Health Organization fully acknowledged and honored Miss Henrietta Lacks.
In honoring Henrietta Lacks, the WHO acknowledges the importance of reckoning with past scientific injustice and advancing racial equity in health and science. It's also an opportunity to recognize women, particularly women of color, who have made incredible but often unseen contribution to medical.
No, it isn't enough. Her name should be more than a word. It should be a call to all forms of violence and violation that are still presented against the underserved and the vulnerable. Stop.
What you're saying is that these women whose work have taught us to live beyond ourselves deserve more than simple remembrance.
Okay.
They are our heroes.
We need to create and shape our future. We need to see them, these women, as the spark that is already in us. We need to be artists and writers, scientists and spokesmen. We need to share these universal truths in every theater that we occupy.
The goddess never hides. Even when
After yesterday, how could she? She's the living spirit of nature. The nurturer, the goddess, always returns.
I made fun of her yesterday, but now I see she has always been here. These amazing women, Miss Lacks and Dr. Adedabo, has woke me up.
yes, I see.
She touched many lives, and her spirit leads to innovation, better health, quality life. Though she's down, but her spirit lives on.
Yes, they are inspiring.
What you all have done in the last two classes has exceeded my expectations. It is time to take this beyond medical ethics. Perhaps you should meet my friend, Professor Ijeoma, in the College of Arts. Perhaps your rallies and outbursts may have a home there.
Yes, ma'am.
You tell our story.
You tell our story.
Na inside fire, them put us. Ang mga wala kulu, them they kill us. Ala egwengula, achamalung tulu, batala insulu tara. You can imprison my body, but you not go fit to capture my soul. Ngolo wara kele bale, but you not go fit to kill my soul. You can imprison my body, but you not go fit to capture my soul. Ngolo wara kele bale, you no go fit to kill my soul.